Now we are proud to present the Traverse City Central High School class of 2012.
Good evening, graduates, students, parents, family members, friends, members of the Board of Education, fellow administrators, principals, and Central High School staff. Welcome. And I want to pay a special thank you also to Mrs. Boyer and the Central High School Orchestra for the fine music you just performed. We are very happy you are all here to share in this celebration of the accomplishments of the class of 2012. I'm so proud to stand before you this evening to begin the most exciting ceremony our senior students participate in. It represents a passage into an exciting, challenging, and rewarding phase of their lives. Let me share with you a quote from a graduate who said, "At some point in time at Central, those challenges we faced have helped me become stronger and prepared me for the future that lies ahead of me." Please join me this evening in celebrating the graduation of these young people who have faced challenges yet continue to persevere. As we begin this evening's commencement, let us hear the Traverse City Central High School Chorale, directed by Ms. Tammy Grove. They will perform our special senior special music, Battle Hymn of the Republic. This will be followed by Student Senate Governor Molly Tompkins.
Baba yetu liye mbinguni, yetu amina. Baba yetu liye mjina lako litukuzwe. Baba yetu liye mbinguni, yetu amina. Baba yetu liye mjina lako litukuzwe. Utuko chakula chetu, tunakoni kami kunasame. Utuko yetu, hey, kama nasi kami kunasame. Na yule kama nasi kami kunasame. Utuokoe na yule. Chakula chetu, tunakoni kami kunasame. Utuko yetu, hey, kama nasi kami kunasame. Utuokoe na yule, kama nasi kami kunasame. Utuokoe na yule, yoga milele.
Governor of Student Senate, I am proud to present the 2012 inductees to the Traverse City Central High School Hall of Fame. Judge Parham C. Gilbert. Parham graduated from Traverse City Central High School in 1889 and earned a law degree from the University of Michigan, specializing in municipal and criminal law. Parham Gilbert wrote the corporate charter incorporating the city of Traverse City in 1895 and served as the first city attorney under the city's first mayor, Perry Hanna. Parham Gilbert served several terms as the Grand Traverse County prosecuting attorney. Parham Gilbert served as a circuit judge of the 13th Judicial District from 1924 until 1948 and was recognized as one of Michigan's outstanding jurists. Parham Gilbert donated hundreds of acres of land for community use, including Gilbert Park on Long Lake, Twin Lakes 4-H Camp and Park, which is the site of Gilbert Lodge, and the 212-acre Gilbert Pines tract given to the Boy Scout Council. Parham Gilbert initiated educational and recreational programs for youth in Grand Traverse County and received the Distinguished Service Award from the Traverse City Chamber of Commerce in 1939. Now, therefore, we formally recognize Judge Parham C. Gilbert for his distinguished legal career, his foresight as one of the founding fathers of Traverse City, and his legacy of land donations which continue to serve the recreational needs of Grand Traverse County residents, and proudly proclaim that he is a member of the Traverse City Central High School Hall of Fame. Accepting for Mr. Gilbert is his grandson, John Cartwright. Rose White Hutchinson. Rose White Hutchinson graduated from TC Central High School in 1961, where she participated in Pep Club, skied on the downhill ski team, and wrote a column, Rosie Writes It Down, for the Black and Gold newspaper. Rosie Wright Hutchinson enlisted in the U.S. Air Force in 1964 and went on to serve 27 years, rising to the rank of Chief Master Sergeant, one of only 12 women with that rank in the Air Force. Rose White Hutchinson in 1976 became the first female steward to serve on Air Force One, eventually flying with Presidents Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, and George H.W. Bush, plus many additional government officials and dignitaries. Rose White Hutchinson has been honored with many awards for her Air Force service. She became an active community volunteer in her hometown of Traverse City after returning in 1991. Rose White Hutchinson was instrumental in spearheading the projects to preserve Building 50 at the Old State Hospital and to build the new Clinch Park Marina. Now, therefore, we formally recognize Rose White Hutchinson for her lifetime of service to her country and her hometown community, and proudly proclaim that she is a member of the Traverse City Central High School Hall of Fame. Doug Stanton. Doug Stanton began his writing career by starting a student newspaper while attending Traverse Heights Elementary School, then participated in theater and forensics, wrote for the Black and Gold at Traverse City Central High School during his sophomore and junior years. Doug Stanton graduated from Interlochen Arts Academy in 1979 as a creative writing and theater major. He published his first major feature story in Esquire magazine in 1991 and began a 7-year career as a contributing editor for major American magazines. Doug Stanton wrote his first New York Times bestseller, In Harm's Way, after meeting the survivors of the World War II cruiser USS Indianapolis in 1999. He wrote his second bestseller, the critically acclaimed Horse Shoulders, which described his early days in Afghanistan after September 11, 2001, and was named 2009 Book of the Year by Publishers Weekly. Doug Stanton co-founded the Traverse City Film Festival and the National Writers Series, which brings some of America's best films and writers to Traverse City, as well as attracting thousands of visitors to his hometown. Doug Stanton has created the Front Street Writers Program to encourage and support young writers in Traverse City area schools. Now, therefore, we formally recognize Doug Stanton for his outstanding success as a best-selling author, his passionate encouragement of and support for young writers, and his visionary leadership founding the Film Festival and the National Writers Series, and proudly proclaim that he is a member of the Traverse City Central High School Hall of Fame. And now Mr. Doug Stanton will address the senior class.
Thank you, Molly, and thank you for being here. I want to thank the school board, Superintendent Cousins, Principal Rick Vandermolen, and the staff, and the students, and you, the families of TC Central High School. I'm really honored to stand here right now. And I want to begin with a story, and in many ways this story has its beginning in my own childhood and my experiences at Central High School. It was at that place and in this city that I was often reminded and was surrounded by people, my family most of all, who lived the value that it was important to leave more on the table than you take and be of service. And I think that teachers and educators are some of a community's most important people of service. My first book, as Molly mentioned, In Harm's Way, is the nonfiction account of the sinking of the USS Indianapolis in World War II, and in many ways it's a book about service. It's July 1945, it's just after midnight, and our ship is hit by torpedoes and sinks in 12 minutes. There were as many people aboard that ship, almost, as are in this auditorium at this very moment. It's hard to believe we sunk so quickly. We're not missed, no one comes to our rescue. 900 men between the ages of 16 and 48 are thrown into a burning, shark-filled sea. The swimmers begin to give up. They untie their life vests and swim away from their groups, and the others left behind can only watch them disappear beneath the waves. Dr. Lewis Haynes, age 33, from the small town of Manistee, Michigan, is paddling among these swimmers in sinking life vests, but he's propping up their spirits. When I met Lewis Haynes some 50 years later after this event, he told me that although it's certain he saved many lives, he felt that he had been an, quote, utter failure as a doctor. I marveled at all that Haynes was even swimming around in this shark-filled ocean trying to save anybody. I don't know about you, but I think had I been floating in that ocean under those circumstances, that I would have been thinking, how in the world can I save myself right now? One of the sailors, Ed Brown from the Dakotas, looked over at his buddy who told him, "Ed, I'm leaving. It's not going to get any better." And then he swam away. Ed watched him disappear. And then Ed himself almost swam away, but then he stopped. Something really interesting happened. He heard a voice, his father's, saying unbelievably, "You're Ed Brown, don't quit." And then the voice reminded him, "You said you'd mow the yard, by the way." Ed couldn't believe it, but he didn't swim away. And as I traveled around the country, I heard these stories of how certain men had heard these voices, often the voice of someone who had cared, often the voice of a teacher, and who had at one time made them feel they were an individual. They had been made to believe that they had an important place in the world, and it was this voice that kept many of them from swimming away. When I was asked why I had written In Harm's Way, I said I wondered if I myself had ever said anything to anyone who, in a moment of their own crisis, might grab onto and use as a lifeline to pull themselves back from their own abyss. I didn't know the answer, but I hoped that I had. That, I think, is what a single voice, a teacher's, a parent's, can do. It can change you. It can make you belong again in the world. So my question to you right now is, when you leave here tonight, what will you say to anyone in the next 50 years that they might pull on in a time of need? And this is important. What will you say to yourself when you need it most? What is the question that your life will answer? This question, whether you know it or not, will shape your decisions and your path. You don't have to be extraordinary to do extraordinary things. Look at Lewis Haynes. He was tall, thin, not very strong. He was hardly the star on anyone's team, but yet he was a humble hero. When you can, thank your teachers, the staff, your parents, and friends for the 10,000 things they do so that all of us are able to sit here right now in this moment before, starting tomorrow, you'll face the next 10,000 things, the chance meetings, the planned steps, the successes and the failures, and most of all, the failures who will make you what you are. Success, how you define this word, will be a moving target for you. We talk a lot about teaching students to succeed, but we rarely talk about teaching people how to fail. To fail, or learning how to fail, I think, is the key to being successful. It's not that you've fallen down. It's, of course, that you get up. Being resilient is as important, maybe more, than being talented. People who don't give up have careers. Many of these lessons I first thought about and learned as a student at Central, sitting in class, wondering how in the world I was ever going to make a living as a writer. I loved journalism with then-teacher John Gerhardt, speech and public speaking with Jeanette Mason, and the theater productions. I was terrible at math. I was afraid of science, but these other things shaped me, and I leaned on my strengths, and I tried to work on these weaknesses. You've had some amazing experiences these past 4 years at Central. To name a few, the music department is stellar, the science and math and technology program is challenging and groundbreaking, The camaraderie, coaching, and accomplishments of the cross-country ski team and tennis teams are amazing. And your student newspaper, The Black and Gold, under the editorship of Joe Murray, Emma Beauchamp, and advisor Missy Yeomans, recently swept top state awards for being the best of the best. And this year, the Central Debate Team won a state championship. I'm saying this so that all of us in the audience who may not be at Central realize what a wonderful and special place and how many amazing things go on at this school. And these are just some of the major accomplishments that your teachers and your principals, your superintendents, your school board, the staff, and your parents have fostered. These accomplishments are big deals. TCAPS in Traverse City is lucky to have such an amazingly innovative and forward-thinking leadership guiding it. If I could ask you anything, it would be that when you can, come back to this school and create something for the students like you once were in business, science, the arts, or government. Create opportunities for others. Put something back on the table that nurtured you. I'm thrilled to offer, along with the National Writer Series and the people you see on this stage, the program that Molly talked about, the Front Street Writers. It's new, it's exciting, and it would not be possible with the support and this amazing partnership with TCAPS. We're going to create something new, and it's basically free. And when you come back, give back to your public school and do it freely, and it's a lot of work, but it's also very rewarding, I can tell you. Having such an experience as the Front Street Writers when I was a student changed my life. And I'm hoping and I'm thinking that it's the most employable skill we can teach people today. It's time for you now, though, to go out and write your own story and to tell it, and importantly, to listen to others. Please keep in touch. We can't wait to read about what you do next. Thank you.
As the Governor of Student Senate, I now present the gavel to next year's Governor, Cooper McDonough. And now your class president, Jessica Dancer, will speak. Graduating class of 2012, family, friends, and faculty, I'm so honored to speak tonight on behalf of our senior class. As my classmates and the faculty know, the class of 2012 is known as the guinea pig class. Starting our 9th grade year, we were chosen to be the first to come to Central as freshmen. During the months before school began, we heard continual stories of how the scary seniors were going to torment us and throw us in trash cans as we walked down the halls. It's intimidating enough going into your first year in high school, but it's even worse when you feel that no one wants you there and refers to you as the annoying little freshman. Well, in the past 4 years, we have grown up to be those intimidating seniors that the underclassmen now look up to. But in just a few minutes, we will no longer be those scary high school students, or at least we won't be high school students. In just a few short months, all 360 of us will be scattered around the country, starting our educational and professional lives. Once again, we will be at the bottom of the food chain, but after successfully weathering elementary, middle, and high school, we have learned an important lesson. Getting scared and fearing the unknown is not helpful. Indeed, it is foolish. In every graduation speech, I think you're supposed to quote someone famous, saying something really meaningful, and explain how a journey taken has had a huge impact on your life. I could quote Gandhi or Steve Jobs or Einstein, but instead I've decided to quote 2 people who have had the most significant impact on me throughout my entire life. I have chosen to quote my dad and mom. From my dad, I give you 2 words: no fear. A couple of weeks ago, my dad said, "Jessica, give your commencement speech about living with no fear. If you can live without fear, there is no end to how far you can go." He said this to me one night when I was doing homework, so I didn't really think about it much at the time. But as I sat down to write my speech, his words came right back into my head. Don't let fear keep you from striving for greatness. If there is one thing to take away from high school and to carry with you through the rest of your life, it is to live without fear. If you let fear keep you from reaching higher and accomplishing new goals, you will miss out on great opportunities. In life, there are many types of fear. There are those irrational fears that we often can't control, like being afraid of spiders, which happens to be the 7th biggest fear in the United States. There are the common fears that almost everyone has, like the fear of death and disease, the 3rd biggest fear in the United States. Then there are those senseless fears that we allow to hold ourselves back from so many opportunities in life, such as being afraid of public speaking. There's so many people who never voice their opinions or great ideas simply because of their fear of talking in front of others and being judged or embarrassed. Public speaking happens to be the #1 fear in the United States, which seems pretty ridiculous. But as my classmates and I leave the comfort of Central High School and begin to make decisions on our own that will affect our lives, we must not let fear get in the way. Not fear of being hurt or fear of being rejected or failing. It is the obstacles people face and overcome in life that define them. Everyone will face failures, losses, and sadness, but it is what you choose to learn and take away from these experiences that are critical. Don't let fear get in the way of taking chances for fear of getting hurt or failing. Instead, use your experiences, both good and bad, to learn and grow and make you stronger and better. And finally, to quote my mom, again on only 2 words, be kind. She used to always say, usually to my dad, that it is better to be kind than to be right. My mom truly believed this and lived it fully, and if more people did, the world would surely be a better place. Congratulations, class of 2012. Live your lives with no fear, but remember to always be kind. And now I'd like to introduce Superintendent Steve Cousins.
Welcome, graduates, faculty, administration, Board of Education, parents and friends to the 2012 commencement for Traverse City Central High School. Graduates, it's been a long road, and I know that you are happy to have arrived at the end. But commencement truly means to make a beginning. Today, every step that you take is a footprint in what you will create in this world. My favorite Irish poet is William Butler Yeats. Yeats said, "In dreams begins responsibility." What he meant is that the moment we begin to dream about a better world is the moment that we take responsibility for that change to happen. Graduates, you will change the world for better or for worse, but all of you will leave an imprint. No one can avoid the responsibility that comes with each breath we are given. In your dreams begins responsibility. What do you aspire to be? For 13 years, you have had the luxury and constraint of predictability, of routine, of order, of time. When you leave here today, my hope is that you'll never forget the importance of a dream. Watch any preschooler and see how easily they slip into dreaming. If only for a moment, there is no problem that is unsolvable, no love too precious to give, no wrong so injurious that it cannot be forgiven. There is no fantasy so lofty that it eludes their grasp. In your dreams begins responsibility. It is where you will begin to imagine how the world will be a better place. Some time ago, I bought a children's book for my goddaughter entitled Dreams. In it, the author, Susan Bosick, writes about the transition from childhood through adulthood. And she describes what happens to the pursuit of our dreams, how we can lose the persistence so common among young adults. I want to read a passage from her book. It goes, "But as the days become years that spun by, my simple black and white world turned gray, the color of a dismal day. You hear so many voices. No way, they say, you're dreaming. Or to yourself you say, things weren't supposed to be this way. You get tired, or maybe confused and scared. Maybe there's just too much, too big, too long, too hard. And all you want to do is hide your head under the covers of your bed. End of quote. How many of us remember, as children, hiding our head under our covers at night? Graduates, your world will be occupied by dreamers. It always has been. One dreamer, Albert Einstein. His job, assistant examiner in the patent office in Bern, Germany. He persisted in making his dream a reality, and we were given the keys to understanding the universe. Another, Robert Frost. His job, prep school teacher in New Hampshire. He persisted in making his dream a reality, and we have The Road Not Taken and Mending Wall. Another, Francis Crick. His job, graduate student at Cambridge University. He persisted in making his dream a reality, and DNA was discovered, the most important biological discovery in the last 100 years. And another dreamer, Marina Keegan. Her job, Yale University student and a columnist for the student paper. If you followed the news lately, you know the story of Marina Keegan. She died tragically in an auto accident last week, just days after graduating from Yale. The words from her final column in the Yale Daily News now seem almost otherworldly. I believe they are probably being repeated at graduation ceremonies all over the United States. They should be. Her final column was entitled, "The Opposite of Loneliness." This quote comes from her final 2 paragraphs. The quote starts, "We don't have a word for the opposite of loneliness, but if we did, I'd say that's how I feel at Yale, how I feel right now, here, with all of you, in love, impressed, humbled, scared. And we don't have to lose that. We're in this together, 2012. Let's make something happen to this world." Graduates, don't hide your head under the covers. Make something happen. Don't give in to cynicism. Make something happen. Don't be the casualty of apathy. Make something happen in this world. Whatever tomorrow brings you, student, artist, soldier, laborer, be persistent in making your dream a reality. Yeats also wrote, "But I, being poor, have only my dreams. I have spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly." I hope the world blesses you. I hope others tread softly when you lay bare your most promising visions. I hope that you will do the same for others. Because in the end, like Yeats, our dreams are all that we really have. In closing, I pray that TCAPS, the entirety of our staff, has made a habit of treading lightly on your dreams. I hope we fueled your aspirations, gave them clarity and form, and pulled your head from under the covers. Live out the advice of Marina Keegan. Dream big and make something happen in this world. God bless. Congratulations.
I now have the honor to present the class of 2012. Before I do that, I would like to share a few thoughts myself. Graduates, parents, family, honored guests, today makes me think of my 11th grade teacher and Hamlet. The quote from Hamlet, Act 4, Scene 5, I cannot help but think about the quote from Shakespeare today, and it is, "We know what we are, but know not what we may be." I think about this mostly because my English teacher drilled it into my head in the 11th grade, but also because it is so true when we think about our lives. I want to encourage you, graduates, to think as you prepare for who you might become. You have had good training, advice, and even some admonishment from parents, family members, faculty at the elementary, middle, and high school. Yet you still have many questions about who you will become. It is surely no surprise that as your former principal, that I encourage you in this fast-changing world to continue learning and growing. That responsibility is upon us, all of us, more than it has ever been before. Graduates, many of you are headed off to college, university, technical schools, and other post-secondary settings. We are pleased and proud that you are. Many of you realize the degree to which learning is social. We learn more when we learn together, when we exchange ideas and stimulate each other's thinking. To be a leader and innovator in your future, learning is essential. But I know that you know it doesn't end with learning. Learning must lead to doing. Innovation doesn't mean you accomplished a new understanding or discovered a new idea. Innovation means you did something with that understanding or idea. Aristotle said, "We become leaders and innovators by performing, leading, and innovating actions." In this spirit, let me commend our students for performing such actions such as Hair for Hope, Black and Gold Spartan Award, the Yearbook Gold Award, National Merit Commended Scholar, National Merit Finalist, National Merit Finalist and Scholarship Award winner, Robotics Team for winning the coveted Chairman's Award, Rendezvous, and just recently the Big North Conference and District Baseball Champions. And the list could go on and on. This is learning by doing. This is innovation. The beauty of these examples is that students in these examples aren't waiting to be told what to do. They, like many of our graduates and students at Central High School, are seeking and discovering their own ways to have an impact and make a difference. They are doing exactly what Seth Godin calls for in his recent book, Poke the Box. Please, stop waiting for a map. We reward those who draw maps, not those who follow them. Graduates, and all of you who are learners, leaders, and innovators, go forth and learn, because everyone should share in the freedom that knowledge brings. And use that ongoing learning to make your own maps and better address the challenges our society and planet face. And do it with character, leadership, scholarship, and innovation. And as Jessica mentioned in her speech, be kind to others, for it is not just learning that produces leaders and innovators, but also those who have attitudes that display a generosity and selflessness towards others. As graduate Delaney Stevenson stated to me recently in her beloved student-led conference, "There is a reason for everything, so stay positive and look at the brighter side of life. Put others before you and show you care to all those around you." Before I present our graduates to the President of the Board of Education, I want to publicly dedicate these comments and this speech to my friend and graduate Tom Hazelwood. Ms. Hall, will you please join me? President of the Board of Education and members of the Traverse City Public School Board of Education, may I present the Traverse City Central High School class of 2012. I affirm that these students have completed in a satisfactory manner the requirements for graduation as set forth by this Board of Education and the Michigan Department of Education, and that they may now receive their diplomas.
On behalf of the Traverse City Area Public Schools Board of Education and Superintendent Cousins, I accept this class as ready to receive their diplomas, knowing they have met the requirements set forth by this Board of Education and the Michigan Department of Education.
Presenting the class of 2012, Noel Adams. Seth Adams. Catherine Amalfitano. Keenan Armour. Jonathan Asava. Justin Augustson. Esprit Ottenreith. Stephanie Badur. Kayla Baker. Stephanie Backlars. Amanda Banton. Thomas Barber. Tia Barbera. Nathan Barnard. Ricardo Bastian. Shane Beard. Emma Beauchamp. Judith Beck. Jenna Becker. Clark Bellinger. Miranda Belcher. Brittany Bell. Cameron Bennick. Lauren Bensley. Sonny Bernhardt. Marilyn Berry. Jared Beal. Josie Blake. David Blesh. Devin Blue. Madison Blumel. Constance Bloom. Bryson Bondi. Katie Boomer. Michelle Boomer. William Bursaw. Mackenzie Brady. Lauren Brennan. Victor Brigham. Abby Broad. Nikolai Bronze Pichet. Chelsea Brown. Talmadge Bucko. Darren Buchan. Benjamin Buckle. Andrew Burke. Brianna Burke. Brittany Burley. Caitlin Bush. Brandon Busatil. Morgan Carlisle. William Challender. Alex Shuriskin. Luke Chickas. Kin Kwan Chow. Cody Chupp. Tyler Clark. Mitchell Clement. Chandler Cobb. Elizabeth Cockfield. Kelsey Coggins. Chloe Colangelo. Maxwell Collins. Jasmine Campo. Emily Cook. Christopher Cook. Logan Core. Kendall Corso. Kelsey Costello. Gabe Couturier. Hannah Crampton. Tatiana Crespo. Morgan Crocker. Dorothy Crescent. Joe Cruz. Kennedy Cullen. John Culp. Tasha Cunningham. Lauren Cutler. Jessica Dancer. Louise D'Aquila. Tabitha Dorich. Erica DiBortoli. Olivia DiBortoli. Kaylee Delaney. William Devereaux. Margaret DeVries. Tyler Dome. Zachary Dorer. Mary Dorman. Jaron Douglas. Makisha Dragowski. Adele Doobie. Rebecca Dunlop. Khan Duong. Ellie Dupler. Andrew Durecki. Theodore Dykstra. Abilene Emerson. Jordan Erickson. Mason Evans. Oliver Farney. Gregory Fowler. Andrew Felton. Melissa Feuchtgruber. Eva Phillies. Kirsty Fisher. Sawyer Fleet. Dylan Flesher. Jordan Floyd. Garrett Frame. Adrian Frendel. Joseph Friedley. Kyle Fraze. Whitney Fulton. Lucas Gardner. Connor Gartland. Gabriella Gavelden. Ryan Gemmel. Courtney Gibson. Max Golden. Patrick Goodney. John Goodrich. Brandon Goodwin. Caitlin Green. Andrew Grollo. Zerdine Hager. Samantha Hall. Travis Hall. Philip Hannawalt. Tate Hannawalt. Madeline Hanbury. Matthew Hanley. Eric Hansen. Jordan Harnick. Kendra Harris. Shelby Harris. Thomas Hazelwood. Michelle Hine. Josie Herrera. John Hess. Christopher Hicks. Parker Hogarth. Trevor Holling. Benjamin Holstad. Rachel Hubble. Kyle Hubschneider. Alexander Hushak. Joseph Irving. Christina Isak Huggins. Tara Jeffries. Laura Jessmore. Melissa Jobson. Brittany Jones. Corey Jones. Mark Jordan. Matthew Jordan. Peter Jerica. Madeline Ketchadurian. Samantha Kaufman. Bradley Keller. Nicholas Keller. Michaela Kelly. Caleb Kelly. Dylan Kelly. Sophie Kelly. Kevin Kelm. Emily Kelp. Connor Current. Valentin Klusner. Mark Klug. Tucker Knowles. Catherine Knudsen. Patrick Coro. Julene Kotarski. Anna Krieger. Catherine Kushner. Emma Laird. Sarah Leisure. Austin Lambert. Amanda Latham. Katie Lathrop. Kaylee Lautner. Tyler Lautner. Kevin Leahy. Madeline LaBelle. Christopher Leibinger. Benjamin Lewis. Katie Lewis. Tuli Linna. Lucas Little. Rebecca Litwiller. Nicholas Lopez. Kyle Loridan. Maxwell Lundmark. Kayla Lutke. Hannah Lynch. Thomas Lynch. Catherine Lyon. Austin Mason. Jeremy Mann. Boone Maroy. Brandon Mattarella. Megan Mayfield. Joshua Major. Olivia McCall. Lily McEwen. Quentin McGinty. Ian McGraw. Brandon McKee. Mackenzie McKeon. Madison McLean. Connor McLaren. Cree McPherson. Jake Mead. Matthew Medina. Trevor Meek. Alexis McCunick. Nathan Mikulski. Nicole Miller. Patrick Miller. Shelby Miller. Jacob Mitchell. Justin Moore. Gabriel Morcoti. Desiree Morgan. Matthew Moss. Joseph Murray. Zachary Nagelvort. James Newland. Christine Nemi. Jahangul Noibsheva. Joshua Norris. Sem Novikov. Alana O'Brien. Jasmine O'Connors. Benjamin O'Connor. Micah Olsey. Claire O'Kane. Cicely Olson. Taylor Olson. Stephen Ortega. Trevor Osborne. Mackenzie O'Toole. Nicole Palmer. Ki-Hoon Park. Allison Peck. Travis Peck. David Pellizzari. Alex Fillion. David Fillion. Sierra Pyatt. Brianna Podsed. Sean Prince. Joseph Prokes. Caden Pruitt. Nick Pushnick. Nina Radakovich. Emma Rademacher. Michael Randall. Justin Ray. Rebecca Rhine. Carrie Rice. Alan Rickard. Hannah Ryder. Jeffrey Reiser. Jacob Robertson. Samantha Rowan. Jacob Russell. Dallas Sanchez. Brock Sanderson. Chelsea Saunders. Alyssa Saxton. Michaela Schaub. Miranda Shear. Veronica Schultz. Nicolette Schweitzer. Kaya Schwert. Logan Scott. Jennifer Sorrell. Reed Shea. Andrew Sheridan. Lara Shirley. Jack Siderman. Elizabeth Sigworth. Carolyn Smith. Zachary Smith. Austin Solon. Caitlin St. Charles. Ronald Steele. Luke Stenke. Stephanie Stevenson. Delaney Stevenson. Tanner Stewart. Christian Stone. Zachary Stoops. Elisa Stuker. Amanda Sullivan. Dorothy Schweitzer. Mayara Tagliata. Jeremy Tate. Tyler Telfer. Caleb Thompson. Benjamin Tiefenbach. Madison Togrel. Molly Tompkins. Charlie Truback. Lauren Trushke. Olivia Tubbs. Regan Turner. Gretchen Tweetmeyer. Madeline Vandervelde. Monia Wielders. Austin Vila. Ryan Verschuren. Edward Villagomez. Caitlin Vreeland. Adam Wagoner. Allie Walker. Molly Walker. Gregory Wakowiak. Addison Wanless. Dylan Waskevich. Alicia Weber. Landon Weber. Hannah Weckler. Isabel Weller. Dylan Werve. Andrew West. Matthew Westerman. Hannah Wilson. Kellen Winowicki. Jamie Winters. Kelly Wiseman. Nicole Wolf. Tristan Worthington. Matthew Wincoop. Annika Wiskachel. Brooke Zirup. Alyssa Zick. Michael Zutis. Class of 2012, we are proud to recognize you as graduates of Traverse City Central High School. And as a symbolic act of your graduation, you may now move your tassel to the right and begin the recessional.